client who I worked for, who was the head of state. And after his term, he passed the reins on to his sister. Does this sound a little bit familiar?
Yes.
The sister, who was in power, was indicted over many corruption stories. Some of them were totally made up. Some of them may be more legitimate. And this takes place not here in the Philippines. This is a story from Thailand. So we've been working in Thailand since 2013, and this is the Shinawatra family. This is a fascinating case of Thaksin Shinawatra, who was the head of state from 2001 to 2006. The army overthrew him, but the next election, his sister, Yingluck Shinawatra, led his party in his place as a proxy, and against all odds, won. And I worked with her during her term as prime minister. And in fact, I was in the room with her when the next coup d'etat went down. So we were in a morning meeting, we were sitting this far apart, and the doors burst open and 12 officers walk in and drag her off to house arrest. Several years later, I continued working for them, and now I work for his daughter, so her niece. So the idea of dynasties, political dynasties, globally, not only in Southeast Asia, it's quite common. You see it a lot. I think the situation here in the Philippines is unique, but it's not singular. We have a lot of experience working with political dynasties who hand power over from father to daughter or brother to sister. It happens all over the world. The nature of this business is it's very exciting.
Yes.
These kinds of things happen. So we've seen several coups happening over the 20 years that we've been in business. And at the end of the day, we deal with power. And people do a lot of extreme things to maintain power, to hold on to the power they have.
With these types of volatility, because of the nature of politics, regardless of territory or country, how do you advise leaders, or how do you advise them in terms of balancing the long-term strategy versus their short-term political gains or the political pressure that they have to manage?
Yeah. Well, look, I think right now we're looking at that kind of decision point here in the Philippines. The Philippines is still reeling from a terrible tragedy. It's quite recent. And there has to be an immediate political attention given to this matter, to the flood control. But there's an election coming up in 2028. And so to strike a balance between taking responsibility for the floods and letting that run long-term all the way to 2028, I think that's a task that will really define and frame the election in 2028.
Okay. It's nice that you brought up the current concern about the flood control scandals.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to be a big issue going into the 2028 elections.
If I may correct you, it will be a big issue if it's not dealt with today in the short term. So if it's not dealt with, I mean, if the powers that be deal with it earnestly and diligently, they may very well be able to make it a non-issue in 2028. A great example is Tony Blair. When Tony Blair was getting ready to leave office, and he did so on his own terms, he had a 400-pound gorilla on his back, which was the UK's participation in the Iraq War. And before handing over to his successor, he took a strategy of, he called it the masochism strategy. He went on every talk show, he went on every call-in show where there was a live audience. And he allowed the audience to punish him, so to speak, verbally by asking him very tough questions. He took all the punishment ahead of leaving office because he knew voters wanted to punish him for that mistake. And if he didn't give them an opportunity to do it before he left, they would do it at the next opportunity, which was in the ballot box.
Right.
So I think it's very much within the power of the leadership today to decide when they will take responsibility for this, today or in 2028.
Well, so far that's what we've seen. We hear a lot of talk, we hear a lot of promises, But so far, in terms of what was the initial short-term promise that someone will go to jail before Christmas or by Christmas, Christmas is come and gone.
Yes.
We're in a new year.